Students, today we are going to read and understand the final part of the story Memories of a Visit. There was so much to see in Paris, the writer is saying so in the beginning because already she had visited number of places. Still she is saying that there is so much to see. I even visited the Musée du Louvre, one of the finest museums in the world. She had also visited their Musée du Louvre museum. As you can see in the picture, this one is the museum. And she is saying that though I have visited a lot many places, but still there was so much to see. After that, why this museum is very famous in the whole world? Because this exhibits sculptures, paintings, archaeological finds, and the museum was opened on 10th of August 1793 with 537 paintings, and it contains more than 380,000 works of art and works of art in curatorial departments. So there are many more things in the France to be explored by the writer still. After that, she is saying that after a month in Paris means she had went for the vacation over there and she had already spent 1 month. So she is saying after a month in Paris, we visited Normandy and Brittany, two of the oldest parts of the country. Brittany is a peninsula, means surrounded by water, the area surrounded by water, and part of Normandy is a peninsula too. This means that the land reaches out into the sea, and in this case the Mediterranean Sea. The land is surrounded by the water, and this here the sea is Mediterranean Sea. Maybe that is why this part of France felt cooler, and the area which is near that peninsula, that is very cool. Sometimes storms rose from the ocean and it rained a little almost every day. The people here, mainly farmers and fishermen, were quite old fashioned. Now she is talking about the people, farmers and fishermen. And they are very old fashioned there. It means they are not exploring the new techniques or any new things. The traditional way were followed by them from the very beginning. As in the first picture, you can see that is the Normandy and Brittany. After that, the fishermen and the farmers are following the old trend. Whatever they are doing from the very beginning, they are doing only that. Then I'll show you what is peninsula. Basically, a peninsula is a landform surrounded by water on most of its border while being connected to mainland from which it extends. The surrounding water is usually understood to be continuous, though not necessarily named as a single body of water. The first picture is of Mediterranean Sea, as it has been discussed earlier, that in near the Normandy and Brittany, the part of the water, and the name was mentioned Mediterranean Sea. And peninsula is the second picture. It looked like just that, it is surrounded by the sea, and in between there's the part. We went to a small museum close to the seaport which had models of wooden sailing ships that soldiers and colonists had sailed in. They told us how during World War II big guns had thundered there, bombs had exploded, and bullets had ripped through trees and gardens. Previously, they went to Musée du Louvre museum, one of the finest museums in the world, and then they visited a small museum which was close to the seaport and which was having models of wooden sailing ships which soldiers used to use, and colonists also. Colonists means the person, or you can say persons, and they were living in an area and that has become a colony, and they were using the ships, that sailing ships were used by them. And they also told us how during World War II, during Second World War, big guns that were used that thundered there, bombs had exploded, and bullets had ripped through trees and gardens. After that, fortunately, the sea coast and the countryside were very peaceful when we visited. After that, luckily, she is saying all the area was very nice, all the area were very nice, but fortunately, the sea area and the countryside were very peaceful, silent, and good when they visited. France turned out to be all that I dreamed of and more. Now the writer is saying whatever she had thought about France, it was more nice than that. It was very nice than that. I returned home cherishing every moment of my 2 months holiday in France. Now she spent 2 months of holiday of vacation in France, and she had explored a lot many places. She visited a lot many places, and it was a very nice experience. That's why she is saying I returned home cherishing every moment of my 2 months holidays in France. She was very happy. She entertained whatever the time she had spent. It was very nice and pleasure and good experience. Now what you have to do, you have to go through the chapter line by line. I hope you won't find any problem in understanding the chapter now. Thank you.